This is 2012 MacBook Pro. In this video, I will show you how to install Kali on old MacBook Pro. You can follow the same steps to install Kali on nearly any Mac before 2016, especially those without the T2 security chip. This guide should work fine for most older Macs. Right now, this Mac is running Mavericks, which we will erase and replace with Kali very shortly. Before you begin, it's recommended to back up your most important data to an external drive and sign out of your iCloud account. The only requirements for this video is an 8 gigs or higher USB drive to create a bootable disk with Kali. You can use your Windows or spare Mac to create a bootable USB. Now for this video, I'm using my HP gaming laptop running Windows operating system. Then head over to this website and click on the download button to get the latest Kali Linux ISO image. Now, by the time of making this video, Kali 2025 are the only available versions. Now choose 64-bit recommended version. While the file is downloading in the background, head over to this website, download Etcher and install it. Now connect the USB stick to your computer and open Etcher. Now import Kali ISO image. Select the USB drive and click Flash. This will take some time, so just sit back and relax. Once it's complete, I'm going to eject the USB drive and insert into the old MacBook Pro. Also connect your Mac to the power source. Then restart your Mac and hold down the Option key until the boot menu or startup manager appears. You will see the bootable USB labeled as EFI boot with an orange icon. Now use the arrow keys to select and press return. If you don't see the USB boot option, restart your Mac again. And this time hold Command+R to enter macOS recovery mode. Now inside the recovery menu, go to Utilities, then choose Startup Security Utility and change the setting to allow booting from external media. Then restart your Mac and hold Option to enter the Startup Manager. After selecting the USB drive, the grub menu will appear. For demonstration purposes, I will be using a wireless mouse and keyboard along with an Ethernet cable for internet connection. Because the built-in Wi-Fi on this Mac isn't working, you can also use a USB Wi-Fi adapter if needed. Now go ahead and select your system language, location and keyboard layout. Then set Kali as the hostname and click continue. For the domain name, leave it as empty. Then create a user account and password. Now choose to use the entire disk. Then select your internal disk. Choose all-in-one partition and finish partitioning the drive. After a few minutes, you will see this window to choose the desktop environment. I tried XFCE and GNOME, both work fine without any issues. If your Mac has limited system resources, just go ahead and choose the XFCE, which is a lightweight desktop environment. Once complete, click Continue to reboot. Then remove the USB drive and your Mac will boot into Kali Linux. And voila! Now you will see the login screen. Just go ahead and enter your username, password, and click on Login. In terms of performance, Kali runs surprisingly very well on this 2012 MacBook Pro. I haven't encountered major issues except the built-in Wi-Fi. The built-in touchpad and keyboard work flawlessly. The system also detected all hardware and installed the correct graphic drivers, providing a great desktop experience. The idle RAM usage of Kali is significantly lower compared to macOS, and applications open faster as expected. Overall, running Kali Linux on this old Mac seems worth it. And that's how you install Kali on old Mac in under 10 minutes. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or queries, do post them. Thank you so much for watching. This is been KSK Rayo. I will see you in the next one.